Hey there, gang. Welcome back. It is time for another unboxing video, a comic book unboxing. And we're actually working on the second half, or as you look at the photo here in front of you, the bottom half of this box. We did the top half yesterday, so you can go back and look for that video if you like. But today we're going to finish off this box, see what we've got. I have no idea, so when I pull these out on camera, that's going to be the first time I see what I've got to work with here to grade for sale on eBay. And so it'll be a surprise for me and for you. Lots of fun for everyone. So if you like comic books, stick around. We are going to have some fun. Hey there, Bubby. Welcome to Shanghalla. My name is Duke, and this is another comic book unboxing video. And yeah, we are finishing off yesterday's box. Yesterday was a lot of Silver Age, Bronze Age Marvel, a nice run of Strange Tales, so you can go back and sneak a peek of those if you want to. There were a few Silver Age DCs in there as well, but I suspect that that's probably pretty much what we're going to see in the rest of this box. Maybe, you never know. All kinds of collections come into our warehouse in Freeport, Maine and get parceled out into different sales streams. The ones that are bound for eBay to be sold as what we call raw singles. Those are what end up on my desk if I do the grading on those books, and you never know what's going to come in, and you could get strange, weird, wonderful things. It's always a surprise. So I'm glad you're here. We're going to have some fun, and let's go ahead and pull out the first stack in the second half of this box, and here we go. So that's pretty cool. That is the the third appearance overall of the Scott Lang Ant-Man. It's the second part of his introductory story, Marvel Premiere number 47 and 48. He first appeared in like a two-panel cameo as just his civilian identity, Scott Lang, in Avengers number 181. But this is a great story. I loved this story when I was a kid. Great John Byrne art in it. And I always wanted Scott Lang to get his own series. And I wish he had while I was still, in those teen years when I would have just ate that up. Here's our Marvel Premiere, Power of Warlock, Marvel Premiere number 2. And he appeared in just the first 2 issues and then graduated to his own series. And then with the 3rd issue, Doctor Strange took over. It looks like we got these all upside down here. We'll flip them over. And Doctor Strange lasted until I think number 14 when Iron Fist got a run. And like Warlock, Doctor Strange graduated into his own title, which he'd had his own title before, so it was a second vote of confidence after an initial early failure. But these books have some nice Frank Bruner art, these early Marvel premieres, so it's they're worth getting a hold of if you can. And you just go to eBay and search for theseller.com comics, and you will find these books on there, usually within a week or 2 or so of when I do my videos, when they will get posted. Here's Amazing Spider-Man 378, a little Carnage, a little Venom, a lot of musculature. I'm not sure exactly how anatomically correct it all is, but it sure does look neat. It really excited those early 90s fanboys. And here's another one, and this one is the newsstand edition. You see the difference there. UPC code, no UPC code. This is, what is this? Amazing Spider-Man 410. I guess that's some more Carnage. I wouldn't have guessed that that's a $10 book. And again, we're looking for all of these singles to hit at least $10 on eBay. And generally, if there's something I see in here that I don't think is going to be $10, I will pull it out and redivert it to go into multi-book lots. Or into our retail store, .com Comics, located in Freeport, Maine. This, I think, is the first appearance of the Rose. And I think the Rose, if I remember correctly, had some tie to Kingpin. A son? Is that right? Can't remember. This glove with the lines here, that reminds me of the octopus from The Spirit. And if you're not familiar with the Spirit comic strip, the octopus was somebody who you never saw his face, but you would see just his arms, his hands reaching in from off panel, and he had these exact same kind of gloves. This is rough. A lot of water damage right here. I will probably pull that book just because of the damage, and that can go into a multi-book lot. Here is another Kingpin, and this fella here, the Schemer, spoiler, but I guess I can't really spoil a 50-year-old comic book, 55 years. No, probably 52, I think. But the Kingpin, his wife Vanessa Fisk, and I believe the schemer was their son. Crisis on Campus. Stan Lee, during the years when he was touring college campuses, liked to feature some kind of protest in each of the Marvel books. We saw one of these in the last box, or I should say the first half of this box, which was the last video. This one looks in a little better shape. The other one was in decent shape, but had a couple of ticks and a bend in the mid-spine, enough so that I might actually pull that out when I sit down to grading. The magic of video. I'm filming these back to back, even though you've waited a day, so I don't yet know what I'm going to do with that first one. Electro number 82 ASM 89 with Doc Ock, Avengers 62 with I believe that's the first appearance of Man-Ape. This is interesting. What is this? All ages, skew. All right, I'm going to have to look this up. I think that Todd McFarlane is a sticker on the bag. So obviously this is the Hulk 340, which is got the iconic, very popular cover here with the Wolverine and the Hulk reflected during his Grey Hulk period. It's a nice Todd McFarlane cover. Worth quite a lot, the original. This is some kind of a reprint, and it's fairly thin. I don't see a price. This skew, what does skew stand for? Some kind of price lookup. It's some kind of inventory thing. So that tells me that this probably, again, I'm going to have to look it up. I'll pop it on the screen there to let you know what I found. But I would say that is some kind of a reprint that was part of, maybe came with something that somebody would have purchased. Don't know. Shogun Warriors number 1. That series lasted, about 17, 18 issues? And this was based on a toy line. So if you are familiar with... what are the name of the robots that joined together? And they were just parodied in this most recent season of Rick and Morty. I can't remember. But anyway, this was a toy line, and it was similar to that, the Shogun Warriors. So it was a Japanese toy that was rebranded for the American market, and pretty cool. I read the comic book as a kid, but never did have the toys, and I'm not sure I ever even saw the toys. This is another one of those promo books. Now, this one has a price on it, and that appears to be on the book, not on the bag, although the original price is gone. It's got the same skew thing. So that is... why would this hit $10? I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. That one, I am confused. I'm very Confucius. Oh, this is cool. Look at this. Look at this. A little Stark Comics action here. Thundercats. That's cool. With art by Jim Mooney. And it looks like that's Brett Breeding on the inks. Very nice. Thundercats number 1. There's Thundercats number 2. This one's a newsstand edition. This one was in the comic shops. What If number 1? That's a perennial favorite. New Mutants number 1. That's a nice book. Spider-Man 2099, about the only thing out of the 2099 line that's worth anything if you are an investor. That's like a $20 book. Avengers Annual number 10, first appearance of Rogue. That's a low-grade copy, though, for sure. Whoa. Daredevil King Size Special number 1. Not a single reprint. That's because it's all reprints. I don't know. The Invaders number 1, King Size Annual. Very, very nice. This cat figure looks a little out of proportion, but we'll let it pass. X Factor 24, that's a perennial favorite. I see something below it I like even better, though. That's first appearance of Archangel, Angel as Archangel. Here we go, the Bionic Woman number 1. In all its Charlton Comics Ragged Press glory. How long did her series last? I don't think long. 10 or 12 issues maybe. But that's pretty nice. 35 cents. It's funny. Just the way the Charlton books look, you look at it and you're thinking just by design and just the feel of the book, it feels like it was maybe done in the 50s or something. But 35 cents, that would have been around 1978 or so. So that's cool. That should do well. That's in pretty nice shape for a Charlton. Here's another one. We just saw that. Flash, the one and only Silver Age Flash Annual. Number 1. Sensational She-Hulk. Nice. Newsstand copy. Very nice. I enjoyed that series. A lot of people didn't, but I think a lot of people didn't get it. It's kind of the same people that were offended by the She-Hulk series are probably the same people currently trying to cancel Dave Chappelle for his most recent special, in which he kind of actually celebrated individual trans people, or at least one individual, and preached empathy and getting alongness. But boy, they don't like his jokes. They're trying to cancel him over it. Here's Eternals number 1. Moon Knight number 1, still a hot book. That could get close to $50. There's the gold edition of the not Amazing Spider-Man, just Adjectiveless Spider-Man. So the gold edition is the second print. There was a regular one that I refer to as the booger green cover. Actually, this one's rough. This one's got some moisture, either moisture wrinkling or dented here in the. That might go into a multi-book lot because I can just sort of feel the condition isn't that great, even though it kind of looks good there on camera. I bet looks good in the bag. But anyway, the booger green cover is the newsstand copy. The silver edition was the direct sales copy, and then this was a second printing in the gold. But there's like 15 other variants of that as well. Buck Rogers in the 25th century. Look at that with these little bug-eyed bird beak people. That's freaky. Wow. Don't know what issue number it is. We'd have to look it up to see what issue number it is. But 12 cents, Silver Age. That's a nice book. Cool. See, I'm telling you, you never know what you're going to find in one of these boxes. It's always just a treat. Kung Fu Fighter, Richard Dragon Kung Fu Fighter. Number 5. So if you're looking for this in the price guide, it's under R for Richard. And I believe that's the first appearance of Lady Shiva, who would become kind of in the 80s and 90s a thing at DC. And the mother, well, I don't know if they've changed the continuity, but at least at one time, she was the mother of Roy Harper, Speedy's daughter. Alpha Flight, number 1. That was a nothing burger for a long time, at least as far as the price guides went, as far as the market went. It's a great series, at least as far into it as John Byrne got. But yeah, it was like a $3, $4, $5 book for a long time. But recently, it's kind of taken off. That's more of like a $15 book now. Journey into Mystery, Annual number 1. Wolverine 88 with the Deadpool crossover. Astonishing Tales, number 25, in nice shape. We've had a few of these recently in much lesser grade, and this one's got some wrinkling as well. That's unfortunate. But we've had some in low grade that have gone for pretty decent money, like $35, $40. So that should do well, although, again, as I say, as I feel it, it feels like it's got some moisture wrinkling there. There's a Todd McFarlane cover. See the Bat McFarlane signature here. So that's a popular book. There's another Spawn number 1. About 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 of those in every box. You would think you would get to a point where everybody who wants a Spawn number 1 would have one. But it still goes $15, $20 every time. Boom, boom, boom. This one is up on eBay right now. I think it closes tonight or tomorrow. Not this particular book, but a version of this in, I'm going to say right off the top of my head, lower grade, and it's at like $70. Something like that. So it might get close to 100 before it closes. And you know, considering that most of the bids come in the last minute, the last 10 seconds or so. But anyway, we've seen this book before in past unboxings. That's the first appearance of Howard the Duck. He doesn't get a name in this issue, but we know who it is. This is the first issue, although it says 17. This is the first issue of Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. You'll find that one under M for Master. Just disregard the subtitle there, Hands of Shang-Chi. But anyway, this is the first issue. It was originally Special Marvel Edition. Shang-Chi first appeared in issue 15, then there was 16, and then with 17, just his third appearance, they converted it over into his own title. Here is the Demon #1. And see, it says first DC issue, and that's sort of a little misleading because it's just the first issue. It's not like the Demon appeared anywhere else beforehand. Although there is some people have found some images, I believe in Prince Valiant, of a character who looked very much like the Demon. So Jack Kirby himself was apparently not above the occasional swipe here and there. But anyway, this just amuses me because when DC picked up the Tarzan series right around the same time, in the 20-cent era, early 70s, they continued the numbering from the Gold Key run, and the first few issues, it blazoned on the cover, first DC issue, second DC issue, third DC issue. So this one says first DC issue, which might lead you to believe that this is a character that appeared somewhere else at some other company. Nope. Steel #1 is a title that was killed by the DC implosion in 1978. Didn't really have a chance to find its foothold. It was only on issue 5 when the axe came down. So in a different world, this might have continued to be published, and we could be, looking at Steel #500 today. It's a good book, though. The Don Heck art, at least in this period in his career, towards the end of his career, some people could take it or leave it, but that is a good issue. I recommend tracking down that series. Like I said, it's only $5, and apart from that first issue, they don't go for a lot. Uncanny X-Men 117, Daredevil 254, first appearance of Typhoid Mary. Oh, cool. Charlton Comics. This is, it says Modern Comics, but, so this would have been a book that appeared in the 60s, Captain Atom, #83, with an early appearance by the new Ted Kord version of the Blue Beetle. And I don't think that's the first appearance. Maybe it is. I'd have to look it up to see which issue he actually first appeared in. It might be this one, but it's not this because the modern books, modern comics, when you see one of those, Charlton around 77, 78 reprinted a lot of its earlier comic books and put them out with this Modern Comics logo. So anytime you see a Modern Comics logo like this, that is actually a reprint of an older Charlton book. So that's what that's all about. Journey into Mystery 111, The Sword of Damocles. Not just hanging, but actually plummeting. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures #1. Boom, boom. $1. Is this the Canadian price variant? I'll have to look it up. I'm not sure what the Canadian one went for. But here's another one. And this one is a direct sale. As you can see, this one is a newsstand. Those probably are the American versions. There is a Canadian one, though, because I've seen the Canadian price variant not that long ago. Amazing Spider-Man 431. Now, I would not know why this one's a big deal. This looks like some kind of a cross between the Silver Surfer and Carnage. The Silver Carnage? The Carnage Surfer? I don't know. Oh, wow, look at this next book. This is cool. ME, that's Magazine Enterprises, 10 cents. This is probably early 50s, late 40s. I'll have to look up actually, we know that by the Comics Code Authority, it's sometime after 1954. Is that when the seal first appeared? And it's got to be right after that because the seal was initially friggin' huge like this. So this book is probably around 54, 55. But there he is, Strongman. You may remember him from the Mighty Heroes. Strongman, fighting alongside Rope Man, Tornado Man, Birdman, Baby Man. Some of you who are not of the appropriate age probably have no idea what I'm doing, but do yourself a favor, go to YouTube and just search for the Mighty Heroes. But anyway, that Strongman is different than this Strongman. This looks like just a regular old circus Strongman. Here is another issue, number 2. Oh, this was number 1, by the way. Wow, that should do really well. That should do really well. I bet you that gets, well, I don't know. It might not do well at all because, I mean, who remembers Strongman or Magazine Enterprises? And a lot of back issue sales are fueled by current sales. But I think the discriminating collector will be looking for that one when it pops up. And we've got probably 5,000 or 6,000 followers on eBay who just, you know, they come by every day, and because we post like 100 lots every day at least. And they just, you know, they're not even just searching for something specific, which this will miss the people who are searching for something specific. You know, I doubt anybody's looking for Strongman number 1. But the people who just sort of browse our listings, they'll see that, and those who know what they're looking at will jump right at it. For sure. And here is Strongman number 2. More powerful than a locomotive, apparently, or at least more powerful than a steam locomotive. I don't know about this turbocharged one coming at him. That looks like Powell right there. That's Bob Powell on the art. And they're going to collide. Oh my goodness, Strongman, you better buck up and pull that thing a little harder there, buddy. Oh well. Oh look, this is the last stack in this box, and we've got another Strongman. I don't know how many issues Strongman lasted, but we've got the first 3. That might be the entire run. Here he is doing his best impression of Buster Keaton. So there you go. And here's another one. And this ANC, that's the distributor, American News Corporation, or American News Company, and they folded in, I believe, 57, 56, and the seal started in 54. A pretty good chance that book's from 1955. Yep. These people back here are ridiculous. She looks like just a head pasted on another body. Like originally it was a guy, and then they're like, oh no, we should have a female in there. Females in peril. That always sells. All right, well, just paste a chick's head on there. And then this guy looks a little ridiculous. Looks like a midget. This guy's a little out of proportion. There you go. Huh. Ha ha ha. Marvel Team Up number 150. That is the last issue of that title. And here we go. Similar to Strongman, this is Samson, and this is from Ajax-Farrell. This probably is a little later because the CCA steel has shrunk a little bit. This could be 56, 7 maybe. I'd have to look it up. In this issue, assignment. Danger! Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, danger. I don't get these heads over here. Like, why are they all kneeling down in front of him? What's going on here? Where they're kneeling at just about, I think there was some S&M bondage thing going on. Because these guys are kneeled right at Hummer height, unless he's like super tall, but I don't think that's his power. I don't think he's growing out of those chains. I think he's just breaking them with his massive strength. That could be I don't know. I was about to say something really crude. Let's not give YouTube any chance to demonetize me before I even get monetized. Well, that's it. That was that box. There was a few surprises in there. I hope you enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun for me. So I hope you had some fun as well. But until the next box, goodbye, good luck, and please be good to each other.